Man, it's crazy sometimes how this stuff lines up. So I was checking my mail here out in my office earlier, and I got one of my favorite things in the world. I got feedback from you. And I get feedback a lot in the form of texts and calls and emails and all kinds of stuff. I got this note today, which was amazing. You know who you are, who gave this to probably supervisor or staff or somebody who put it in my mailbox. Um, Amazing, by the way. I read it 3 times, and all 3 times I took something from it, and I really, really appreciate it. And it actually, so it blows my mind how sometimes this lines up because it actually what you wrote plays into a lot of what I wanted to say today because it's been on my mind a lot lately. I've been down. I've been down, down, down. I've been down because life, right? Some things happen and it's just hard when it gets snowballing. And I know I'm talking to people who know exactly how that feels because for a lot of you, it's been that way for years. And for me, it's been about the past month, just thing after thing after thing after event just keeps snowballing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's hard because it's kind of eventually, as much as you push against it, it just kind of rolls you over sometimes. And that happens in life. But last week I was giving a presentation to a group of people. And after I got done with that, I got an email asking me to give another one in January. And the topic is mindset and toughness and grit. And I read that email, and then I called my son later that night, my adopted son, who's actually in jail right now, and we video chat and we video call. I don't know what it's called, chat. I'm an old guy. Look at this beard, man. It's all white. Cut me some slack. Um, but I asked him. I said, "Man, how do you keep your toughness in there? How do you stay tough and how do you just got to grit it out some days." And I used two of the words right there that were in the topic of what I'm presenting on in January. And when he and I say goodbye on the phone, we always say, "I love you, champion mindset." And I was like, man, it's all right there. And he's in jail, and he's trying to keep his head up and stay strong and keep that mindset. He is a champion, and so are you, and so am I. We all are because we keep trying. And that's what makes us champions is that we just keep trying. It doesn't make us champions if we win every time because we're not going to. We're not going to. Life is going to hand us some L's every now and then. It's all right. It happens. Champion mindset means you keep moving in the right direction. You might take a couple steps forward and a million back, but as long as you just keep getting up and keep going, you got that champion mindset. You're staying tough. Things get really, really rough every now and then. For me, it's been about the past month. For a lot of you, it's been a lot longer than that. And for a lot of you that know my story, it was many, many years for me. It was 12 through 18 were terrible years. And even before that, if we want to really get critical of it. But um, I for somebody to be going through what they're going through and take the time to write this to me, you got that champion mindset. For you to take a fraction of your day and put your thoughts down in order to give me a little bit of encouragement, I appreciate that so much. And you're showing a lot of yourself right there. And for the rest of you, you're in here, you're dealing with your own frustrations, your own challenges. You're on probation, you're in detention, you're in Monarch Academy. Maybe you're watching this outside and at home and things aren't great. But the last thing you need to do with that little bit of energy that you have and that little bit of motivation to do anything is to tear the next person down. Champions do not tear each other down. We don't. We lift each other up, man. We're all going through struggles. And if we stay focused on not only ourselves, but helping the next person, not making their situation worse, because we don't want them to make our situation worse. And we're frustrated and we got all kinds of emotions and anger and anxieties and things going through our bodies. But I tell you what, if you focus it in the right direction, which a lot of you are lately, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I know I haven't had a chance to talk to a lot of you lately, unfortunately, just because busyness up here. But I'm hearing about it, and it's not going unnoticed. So keep it up because that stuff goes a long, long ways. That's what champions do. But I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate this feedback. when you guys listen and talk to me about these videos afterward, it's the most beautiful thing in the world because it tells me that you want better for you, or you want better for the next person, and you want to break that cycle, right? Because that's what we do. We break cycles. I love you guys very much. I love you guys for your heart and your minds that you take time to give me feedback. I love you guys for staying strong and keeping those champion mindsets and trying to break cycles. It is not easy work, you guys, but every single one of you are capable of doing it. So I encourage you to help the next person too, because they might be struggling just a little bit more. And if I can help in any way, I'm always going to try, if and when I get that little bit of time. But until then, I love you guys. Let's break those cycles together. That's what we do. Cycle breakers.